I have my first appearance on The Tonight Show. And Joan Rivers turns to me and she says,
Tell you're a pretty girl and you're single, you must lose the weight. And the truth, you must say you're still a pig, lose more weight. That's a friend.
That was 50 pounds ago or so.
Yeah, so how'd you gain the weight?
I ate a lot.
No. You said 50 pounds. You shouldn't let that happen.
I accept that I should be shamed because how dare me be sitting up here.
This was 60 pounds ago.
You mean you were 60 pounds lighter?
60 pounds ago, I think, of my life in terms of my thighs.
Oprah didn't help by sort of saying it's cheating. What do you mean it's cheating? It's a drug that helps people control their appetite. How is that cheating? So she was probably on the wrong side of things when she was saying that. And now I think she was sort of forced to admit, because as you say, it's obvious. Somebody like Oprah who's constantly up and down with the weight and hasn't been on the skinnier side for a long time. And then suddenly, after this miracle drug comes out, like, we know. But she's still a spokesperson for Weight Watchers. And I guess she's going to still tell us that the point system is really what's behind the weight loss.
I was publicly humiliated for 25 years, every week, exploited by the tabloids.
But behind the scenes, Oprah was already struggling. She had achieved the weight loss through extreme restriction, a method that left her hungry, exhausted, and emotionally depleted.
Every time any comedian wanted to make fun or make a joke about it, they could make a joke about it. And I accepted it because I thought I deserved it. I accepted it. Yeah. I was shamed by it. And I received it because I thought, well, they're right.
Right.
They're
and they
right.
were wrong.
And they were wrong.
Now
I know they were so wrong.
And when she returned to eating normally, the weight came back. Not slowly, not quietly, but rapidly. The public saw the regain as a disappointment. Oprah felt it as shame. I had set myself up to fail, she would later admit, but at the time I blamed myself. Food as comfort and punishment. Oprah has spoken openly about how food became both a comfort and a source of punishment. When she was stressed, lonely, or overwhelmed, food soothed her. When she gained weight, she punished herself with stricter rules. No carbs, no eating past a certain hour, no indulgence. The cycle repeated for years. Success would bring pressure. Pressure would bring overeating. Overeating would bring shame. Shame would bring extreme dieting. And the world kept watching.
I'm gonna be like Oprah. Oprah Winfrey don't trust nobody. That's why she's so rich. Oprah don't trust nobody. I remember one time Oprah invited all these celebrities to her house. And I came, all these celebrities in the house, and everybody came over. And she had everybody in the yard, wouldn't let nobody in the house. We was like, God damn, what the shit is this? Everybody asking everybody, hey, you been in the house? No, hell no. You been in the house? No, that's why I asked you. And she won't let nobody in there but Gail and Maya Angelou. Shit.
Oprah Winfrey is receiving the Cecil B. DeMille Award tonight. What a tremendous honor for Cecil B. DeMille. And Oprah, while I have you, in 2011, I told some jokes about our current president at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, jokes about how he was unqualified to be president, and some have said that night convinced him to run. So if that's true, I just want to say, Oprah, you will never be president. You do not have what it takes. And Hanks, where's Hanks? You will never be vice president. You are too mean and unrelatable.
There is a rumor that has been published that your dogs are set to inherit $30 million when you pass away. Is that true?
That is not true.
Is it true you were in negotiations to buy the LA Clippers when they were for sale?
That is true.
Is it true that you thanked Stevie Wonder for performing Happy Birthday at your 50th by giving him a Rolls Royce?
I thought it was a Maybach or something. Is that the same thing?
No, that's a different thing, but it's another thing, yeah.
I think it's a Maybach.
Does Oprah have an underground bunker?
No.
Okay. Do you keep a whole octopus in the fridge on a regular basis?
Yes.
Why?
Stedman loves octopus.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's not just octopus, it's octopus and okra.
As a combo?
As a combo.
He loves things that start with O. I mean, that's what it is.
You don't trust nobody else. I tried to get in with Maya Angelou, told Maya Angelou I need to use the bathroom. Miss Angelou, I got to use the bathroom. Can I go in there with you? She was like, hell no, son. She was like, who the hell you think I am? You know I'm wise. Oprah don't want nobody in that house. I'm gonna get me a ride back on that plane. Shit, I gotta go home tomorrow.
I don't think people understand how exhausting it is to fight yourself every day, Oprah said in later interviews.
You day in and day out, that freedom.
It looks like I'm not waking up and the first thing I'm thinking about is how much do I weigh? It looks like I'm not thinking about what am I gonna eat for breakfast, and if I ate something for breakfast, now I can't eat a lunch or I'm gonna skip a meal. It looks like the noise in my head that I think most people who have obesity have experienced, that food noise that we didn't know everybody else was having it. And I certainly didn't know that people who don't have obesity don't have it. So if you're listening to me now and you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably don't have it.
Yeah.
But if you're listening and you're going, oh my God, that happens to me too, where you're literally standing in front of the refrigerator and thinking about what you're going to eat next, or that
I think about tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Or you're planning your meal for Thanksgiving, you know, a week before, and thinking about, am I going to eat too much and how am I going to get that off? The constant noise has subsided.
The lie she believed for years. For a long time, Oprah believed one simple idea. If I were truly disciplined, I wouldn't be overweight. That belief nearly broke her. Because no matter how successful she became, billionaire, cultural icon, global influence, she couldn't fix her weight permanently. She exercised, she dieted, she hired the best trainers and nutritionists, and still her body resisted. I kept thinking, why can't I do this one thing, she said. That question haunted her.
Understanding that obesity is a disease. And if you have this chronic disease, it is not because you are overeating, it's because you have the disease that causes you to overeat. And I did not know this until 2023.
For so long, when I was raised, we always thought just willpower, because I was at Weight Watchers and got my key to success 3 times and thought, now I'm done, now it's just a matter of willpower. And you're saying, Dr. Anya, no matter how much you do and how much willpower you think you have, that is not enough.
That's right.
It's really a lot in the brain.
Most people.
For most people.
There are some people for whom willpower and eating healthily and working out.
But for 99.9% of us, it's not that.
Yeah,
actually 74%.
It's a chronic, complex disease.
That's right.
Explain that to the folks.
The quiet moment she almost gave up. There was no dramatic breakdown, no public announcement, just exhaustion. Oprah has described moments when she wondered if she should simply stop trying, stop hoping her body would ever change, stop believing there was an answer. Not because she didn't care, but because caring hurt too much. When you fail at something over and over again, you start to believe it's pointless, she admitted.
Yeah, so basically, obesity arises from our environment. So our brain decides how much fat or how much fuel we should store. It wants us to survive, so it wants us to store energy. That energy is stored as fat, so that's a very good thing. Our brain decides how much fat we should store. It's gonna make sure that we don't starve, but put that beautiful biology in the setting of our obesogenic environment, an environment that's filled with ultra-processed food, lack of sleep, lack of physical activity, lots and lots of stress. And what happens is most of us end up carrying extra energy, extra fat, extra fuel, and that causes impacts on our health. And that's what obesity is. It's our body carrying extra fuel and extra fat.
So freedom is in the title of this book, and you write in it that it's taken you half of your life to reach this moment. What does that look like to you day in and day out, that freedom?
It looks like I'm not waking up and the first thing I'm thinking about is how much do I weigh. It looks like I'm not thinking about what am I going to eat for breakfast, and if I ate something for breakfast,
She wasn't giving up
now I
on
can't eat
life. She was giving up on the idea that this struggle would ever end. A turning point, learning the science. Everything changed when Oprah began learning more about the biology of weight. Not trends, not diet culture, science. She learned that hunger signals, metabolism, genetics, and hormones play a major role in body weight, and that obesity is increasingly recognized as a chronic medical condition, not a character flaw. For the first time, Oprah felt relief. "It wasn't just me," she said. "I wasn't broken." That realization lifted decades of shame. Speaking openly about medication. When Oprah later revealed she was using a weight loss medication, the reaction was explosive. Some accused her of taking an easy way out. Others felt betrayed. But Oprah was calm.
If you feel like being in a bigger body is great and you don't want to do anything about that and you feel fine, that is beautiful. I really admire people who really believe that. And I also feel like if you can work out, and I'm like you, Charles, I couldn't work out anymore. I mean, like I can't climb any faster or run any faster. I can't, that was down to eating one meal a day. There's nothing else I can do. So if whatever works for you, I think one of the reasons I wanted to do it is that I let people make their own choices for their health and well-being.
She explained that medication didn't replace effort. It supported her body in a way willpower alone never could. It quieted constant hunger and allowed her to eat normally without feeling trapped by food thoughts. "This is not about vanity," she said. "It's about health, and more importantly, peace." At one point, Oprah stopped using the medication to see if lifestyle changes alone would be enough. They weren't. Instead of spiraling into shame, Oprah saw it differently this time. "This told me what I needed to know," she explained, "that my body needs ongoing support, and that's okay." For the first time in her life, she stopped treating weight management as a temporary battle to win and started seeing it as long-term care. No more punishment, no more public promises. Today, Oprah no longer makes dramatic declarations about weight loss. No wagons of fat, no extreme challenges, no public weigh-ins. She focuses on movement she enjoys, food that nourishes her, and habits she can sustain. And perhaps most importantly, she refuses to shame herself. "I don't beat myself up anymore," she said. "That was the most damaging part." A message to millions who feel the same. Oprah's story resonates because it mirrors the quiet struggle of so many people, especially women, who feel judged, blamed, and exhausted by weight loss culture. Her message now is simple. You are not weak, you are not lazy, and you are not alone. Health is not a straight line, and self-worth is not measured on a scale. After decades of fighting her body, Oprah Winfrey finally stopped asking, "What's wrong with me?" And in that moment, she found something she'd been chasing all along: freedom.